In the last episode, it was identified that the history of brass banding had heavy links to the mining industry and factory workers. The film Brassed Off is a 1996 British comedy drama written and directed by Mark Herman. It features the Grimethorpe Colliery Band, a brass band based in Barnsley, but it almost never did.
So it was going to be turned down. In fact, it was turned down until the BFAT bass player, Malcolm Clegg, stepped forward and said, "No, we're doing this. I'll organise it. I'll be the contact between the production company and Grimethorpe," and that is the way it were. And Malk, bless him, he's no longer with it either. Deserves a lot of credit. If it hadn't been for Malk, the film with Grimethorpe in it wouldn't have taken place.
The film is about the troubles faced by the Colliery Band following the closure of their pit.
I'll tell you something else you might not know as well. A fortnight ago, this band's pit were closed. Another 1,000 men lost their jobs.
It also looks to identify female inclusion in the brass banding industry, but David believes that this wasn't the main reason for women in brass bands.
It probably didn't, if I'm honest with you, because if anything, it sort of belittled their movement in the banding world. So I think it was there. It brought the subject to the fore, but I don't know if it's responsible for more women playing in bands.
For some of the actors, it's a film that has stuck close to their hearts, and even today, they still actively keep in touch with the band.
Did I love it? I mean, some did, some didn't. The ones that did, Jackson and obviously Steve Abbott, the guy who produced the film, still heavily involved, and Mark Herman obviously wrote it. They still keep in touch with the band and now are patrons of the band, and Steve Tompkinson is as well. They're the main ones really that stayed in touch. Pete Postlethwaite did for the time. Obviously, unfortunately, he's passed away now, but I'm sure if he'd have still been here, he'd have still been heavily involved and attending occasional events.
If I was wanting of any more.
More recently, links to the mining industry were created once again with one of Sam Fender's singles. The song Remember My Name features the Easington Colliery Band. Sandy Smith was approached by Sam Fender to make an arrangement for the song. The song has links towards dementia, which is something that Sam Fender's grandparents suffered from and that his grandmother passed away from.
He wanted to make a single based on the history of his grandparents. He asked if it's possible to have a colliery band, preferably from the northeast. Sandy contacted me because we've used Sandy on a lot of occasions sort of with the band, and he just contacted me around the April time to say, "Peter, I've been asked to do an arrangement of Remember My Name, which is supposed to go on Sam Fender's latest album. Would the band be up for recording it?" And I said straight away, yes, no problem at all.
For the band, it was something they had to keep quiet, but when recording the track, they had an unexpected visitor.
There was a recording studio in Morpeth, which was an old Methodist church that had been refurbished, and we all met all day for the recording. Sam Fender came in. He wasn't meant to be there. It was only going to be the backing, but he wanted to see what it would be like for his single, because it was very, very close to him. He was very emotional and he loved it to the point where he wasn't well. He had a sore throat, but he felt like he wanted to sing. They gave us back the recording of how it sounded. He was thrilled to bits. That wasn't the finished article. That was just he just wanted to sing along with the band, and it was a fantastic arrangement that Sandy did. The band's very lucky.